a record like that, is that happening in the moment, or are you coming in with exactly what you want to talk about?
No, that was it was a development. Like I came in with songs, a lot of them didn't end up making the final product. And the one song I did come in with was Eat the Acid, was kind of the catalyst of the album. And the night before I wrote Eat the Acid, it was when we were in lockdown, super anxious, questioning my like meaning of existence, just because, being an artist in quarantine it was hard for fucking everybody. It was collectively traumatic period of time. But for me, it was really difficult emotionally, personally. And I thought I was experiencing this psychotic breakdown or something, because I started to meditate, and I started to like hear almost like what I now consider to be my highest consciousness start speaking to me. I started seeing visuals. It's completely sober.
Sober?
Sober. And I was so scared because, of course, like, I'm an emotional person. I'm an artist. I'm not like quintessentially the most probably normal human on the earth. So I was like, oh, awesome. I'm having a psychotic breakdown. Cool. Great. But the next day, my first phone call was to my therapist. And I was like, hey, so last night I had this psychotic breakdown. Like, what do I do now? And I explained the whole thing to her.
Way too casual.
Well, because I was like, okay, I need a plan. What's the plan? What do you do when this happens? And she said that it had sounded like I'd actually experienced an ego death and a spiritual awakening.
Sick.
And so I decided, like, there's nothing I can do about it now. I might as well just lean into it. And so since that moment, I got out of bed and wrote Eat the Acid. And I knew that was the story of the album, is I wanted to put a sound and words to what having a spiritual awakening and ego death and the dissolving of all illusions of what I thought life was and who I thought I was, watching that dissolve into nothingness. I wanted to make a record that sounded like that and really chronicled the experience of having everything fall and rebuilding in a way where I truly feel like I've set fire to my past and I'm now standing on the ashes completely cleansed.
Didn't something else happen around that time where your cat brought you your headphones or something?
That was that night. That was the night, because I was having so much anxiety and I was laying in bed being like, what do you do? Like, what am I supposed to do? I'm so panicked. And my cat, he's a very smart boy. He has never done it before and he's never done it since, but he put my headphones in his mouth and he like brought on his fat little body, like dropped them on my chest. And I was like, okay, I guess that means it's time to meditate, because I put the headphones in when I meditate. And then that's when like the voice came through and the vision started.
What are you seeing?
It was similar to the Peter Max who did Yellow Submarine.
Yeah.
Like that kind of visual. Like all the kind of quintessential psychedelic visuals.
Super bright colors.
Super bright colors and like this it was like I zoomed out from the self and saw that we're all connected, and how the world is all just like kind of a microcosm of everything. Like we're all just so connected.
It's true.
And it just kind of echoes out. And I understood kind of love for the first time, like an egoless love. And then I ended up breaking up my engagement because it was like, if you truly love someone, it's not right to... There's selfish love, and then there's not selfish love. And I want to be full of the not selfish love.